Ok, tô abrindo o mine agora.
I mean, there is
Hi.
like there
just
is
cut
blank elytras in storage, but
in storage. I'll just give him a blank elytra for now.
yeah, back of the planning room.
Back of the planning room. Okay.
Time to get swept up into drama.
Oh hey, you're in the voice
What's
chat.
happening?
Okay.
Nothing's really happening. It's just I'm losing my patience.
I'm here
Point
at spawn.
isn't.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Awesome. I moved us to a different voice chat, but I'm grabbing you an elytra and some rockets and
Okay, cool.
here. They're blank. You'll have to enchant them later. But I'll bring 2 of them. If you just want to go through that portal from where you spawn, and whenever you join the world, don't hit any buttons.
Okay, solid advice.
Yeah, you'll drop a little bit. Okay, good. So we're just gonna hit most of the major parts of our world. I just threw the elytra at you. So here, those are both yours.
Okay, thanks.
This right here is the Nether hub, so it's centralized around the spawn, but we rarely ever go through the spawn portal. We have it completely empty right now. That perimeter that you were in, that's a 90 chunk by 90 chunk perimeter. So that is 4 view distance perimeters. So our view distance is set at 16, so therefore 16 view distance perimeters.
Okay.
And we separate them each for one thing. So we have one of them, which this is, let's see, the northeastern quadrant is our spawn chunks, and then we have our crafting, which I'll show you that in a moment, is in the southeastern. Then southwestern is furnace, and we still have the northwestern is empty. If you look
Okay.
right here, we have rockets and food in these shulkers. So if you're low on food, which I actually am, make sure to grab some. So let's start off by hitting the storage. So up here, our more important piston bolts are all up at the top. So if you take this one, you'll go to crafting. Or storage and crafting. It's very close by. And FYI, it's going to be very laggy in here.
Okay.
Are you running Optifine?
I am not.
Then yeah, it'll be pretty laggy. I think it stopped sorting though because I'm having.
Yeah, I'm at 15 FPS.
Come on. There we go. My ping also jumps whenever I come through. We actually just finished our map of server icon, And then we split this into 4 hallways. So this hallway right here is our input hallway. And then we have our planning. So this is our planning area. We often use this to like put random stuff while planning projects, store items together. We have our main input. You can throw anything into the main input. Then we have our farm input. So this is for bulk shulkers. So if it's full of all one item, then you can put it into the farm input, and everything will be sorted out properly. But if it's not full of one item, then it just sorts using the first item in the shulker box. So some items could get put in the wrong spot, but this one sorts like probably 50 times the speed of the other one. So that's why we use that one. Then back in the back, we have a few different various things. So we have some storage for groups of items back here. Our overflow, which our overflow is actually completely full. So we should probably manage that at some point. And then our unstackable items are all sorted back here. So we only have a few unstackable items, but our overflow is completely full right now, which could be an issue later on. Then right here we sort groups of items on both sides. So you'll see we have like filler items. So say you wanted to sort another item in that category, then you would take out the filler items and fill it with whatever item that was that you wanted to sort.
Okay.
So it's a pretty, that's at the end of the sorting though, so it goes through the rest of the sorting first. This is our bulk storage hallway. So storing most redstone components, our farmable items, and everything here. So this bottom is a shulker display, and then if you need to grab a full shulker of the item, then you can grab out of there. Shulker display is fully automatic, but as soon as you pull the last item out, it'll break. This hallway is for regular items. So down here. So this one's the long hallway. It just sorts regular items, pretty standard sorting, out into chests. And then finally, this is kind of just for additional things that we create. So for example, we have some crafting stations right here. We have 3 different kinds of crafting stations. This one is kind of slow. We phased it out and replaced it with this new one. You may have seen it on Reddit, but it's for crafting things using Tweakeroo. I'm right back here. In here. So this is one of our crafting stations. This one is kind of difficult to use. We actually posted a video on how to use it. It's somewhere in our channel. But if you just give an ask whenever you want to use it, it allows you to craft huge amounts of an item really fast using item scroller. We have our automatic brewer and our fully automatic furnace array. Because both of the other ones are broken right now. So we normally have a small output here, but whenever we actually tear down the potion brewing system. We're going to replace it soon. And then this furnace system, someone accidentally destroyed part of that while taking it down. So we put this temporarily there. Of course, we have our 432 furnace array that we normally use for large project. So do you have any questions about the storage?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. You may want to install Optifine if you're going to be
Okay.
using this a lot. I don't have it installed, but I just deal with the frames dropping whenever I go there. If you want to take this piston bolt right here, actually, don't take that piston bolt. I take that back. It seems that this. Just run along this line. Ignore the fact that it's out of. Normally this is a closed loop, it must be broken. Did you see where I went, or did you take?
No, I
Take
didn't.
that.
Sorry. The right one?
Take that piston bolt right in front of you, the furnace. So the one
Wait, I'm
that you're
not
looking
sure.
at. It goes west. Yep. So this is our furnace array. And we haven't cleaned up our mess from building it yet, so
Hold on, my game just crashed, sorry. No, it's my fault. From changing windows and stuff.
yeah. Yeah, for those who are asking about it, there is a place for snow, and yes, the overflow is full from that, but that's because whenever we were first building it, we ended up throwing a bunch of stuff in that wasn't sorted yet, and we still haven't filled it back up.
Okay, okay.
So this is our furnace array.
Why
We
do
put the portal down here at the bottom.
Okay. Why did you clean
Just
a perimeter just for the furnace array?
so this is part in the 90 by 90 furnace array, and it's because this is so extremely laggy whenever it's running that it's pretty bad whenever it's running. It adds probably 15 MSPT. And then this is the control room for it. So each quadrant is controlled separately. So that's why you'll see 4 control panels and they have their own outputs. So you'll see like core 1, core 2, core 3, core 4 output. You'll see the fuel input. And then you can like force load chunks if you need to. And then here's the inputs for each
So I would
core.
need
And then you'll
to
see that
force load chunks in order for the chunks the furnaces are in to work, right?
no, you don't have to actually. It automatically turns on the loader and automatically turns it off. That is just an emergency
But that's the
switch. So if
purpose,
something,
right?
yeah, if it
Okay.
loads it automatically because we have the chunk loaders are automatically turned on and off. But if something is breaking, then sometimes you just want to flip the lever to load it. You don't have to though normally unless something is broken. You'll see that 3 of the cores are down. That's just because they haven't been checked yet since we built it. It's a very tedious process to check and make sure that a quarter is ready to be used, and also we haven't needed to go over this single core speed. So let's head to the oh awesome, the breeder is almost done. Okay, so now if we take this back to here, and then you go first on this one. This is a pretty cool piston bolt. So you'll see that we were dropped below bedrock. And then
It's a nice way to take damage, that's for sure.
yeah, but you'll see that that's why we have this right here. So that you actually don't take any damage, you just hear the sound. But it's regened immediately. And we don't really worry about that anymore. Major spots to hit next. This used to go to the villager area, but since we moved that to the end, I won't really take you down there. There is a mushroom farm down there if you're ever interested, but it's a pretty small one. Let's go to the slime farm. That's through here. So if we're ever out of slimes and you need it, that's this piston bolt.
I think I'm stuck because it's not moving. Yeah.
It's not moving.
No, I'm stuck between the blocks.
Oh yeah, I could see.
I entered the
Wait,
minecart and just
your
couldn't move at
minecart
all.
came.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it started moving as soon as I like left it. I just don't want to break anything, so I won't break anything.
Yeah, you're fine. Some of this stuff is a little messed up anyways. You can either fly or whenever you get the chance. Also, if you are truly stuck, you can do /C to get yourself out,
Okay.
and then do /S to reverse.
Okay, thanks.
And then either try it again or you can fly if you want to. We're gonna have to fly back. Cool. Oh, thanks for the follow. Let's see. So this is our slime farm. So we have in the overworld, I don't remember the exact amount of chunks. I think, well, we have a picture in progress updates if you've seen that. That's what the overworld side looks
Yeah, I
like. This
did.
is
I
the
saw
nether
that.
side. So this is our storage for it, and this is for our blocks. So right now we're low on blocks. We need to do some more crafting. And this system over here allows us to craft blocks really fast.
Nice.
Um,
I mean, I was pretty happy about my 3 chunks slime farm, but this is another level.
yeah, I think we have at least 16 chunks. They're not the most optimized, and I think we're gonna eventually, once we run out of other projects, update it. But if
Okay.
you'll fly back and on the way, it's on this piston bolt. Well, this right here, we're not gonna go through it, but it's an empty perimeter. It was for a mob farm, but currently it's just a few random things stuck in there. Like I think we're storing a bunch of stone and stuff there.
Change of
But
plans.
yeah, well, because then we don't really need a mob farm in 1.16 once that stuff was announced. We'll go through here though. This is our current mob farm. It's a much smaller one. So if you need string, gunpowder, or bones, we
Okay.
store that here. We just ran all of our string and bones over to the storage though. So you'll see there's only a little bit of gunpowder in there. That's it. Yeah, Jay, I knew that was you. As for your question though,
No.
you can add stuff to the breeder part, AJ. Okay, so now let's see. So there is a piston bolt to it, but we're right here. So I'll show it to you right now. I don't know what he's doing over here, but through here, through here is our raid farm.
Oh, for sake.
Yep. So this is our raid farm. I think this is just, yeah, this is emerald. I think, yeah, just storage for emeralds.
What's the bed
But up
for?
here, what is what?
The bed.
Oh, just so that we can have a second person sleeping because it can't run at night.
Oh, okay, true.
Yeah. So the AFK chamber is in here. We actually just redesigned this with like boats and stuff to try and eliminate as many phantoms as possible. But you basically just stand right here, slice after you turn. After you turn the farm on, you just slice and dice right there. It's a pretty simple raid farm. I think we're going to design our own raid farm
Okay.
soon.
Cool.
It's kind of a temporary solution. We're kind of going one by one, designing the really big farms and stuff. So once we hit the end, I'll show you what we have done in the last few days.
Okay.
But before we go to the end, I think some more major things in the overworld. Well, two more things. So if you follow me this way, is it this? Let's see. I don't remember if it's this. I don't want to take the wrong one though. Eh. Nope, it's not this one. Okay,
Just
other way.
Nu kan du försöka vara konstig.
So if you just fly up this,
Bez não morro desta vez.
come on. I missed. I'm going to waste all of these.
Yeah, I don't see you. If you're up here already, I don't see you.
Oh my gosh, okay. There we go. Made it. Is it over? I think it's, here it is. Yes, at the end of this piston bolt. What was I thinking? So this is our fortress farm. So if you ever need skulls or anything, those are
Okay.
all over here. We don't have very many wither skulls left. I don't think we've ran the farm in ages.
I saw some wither
But-
skulls at the star system.
Oh yeah, that's true. I think we're storing a bunch over there. But yeah, if you ever are sent to run grab stuff from there, that's where you go for that. And then one last thing in the overworld, or in the nether slash overworld. Mainly before we hit the end. We'll drop back through here. We're gonna go to the ice farm. So it's kind of our, this we built in 30 hours. Oh yeah, there's not a, this doesn't have minecart loading yet. So if you'll just grab a loader or a minecart from here. So these chests on this side, this is our minecart storage for the hub. Most of these are handled automatically, but there are a few that we haven't handled yet. This one doesn't have a return bolt, so we don't want people just draining our storage, central storage.
Okay.
There's a shulker box at the end. And that right there is a switch, so you saw the switch at the beginning. There's a spot where you'll see that it stores through the first section, it's actually storing the signal so that it knows whether or not to switch you and go to the side path or not. It's a pretty
Okay,
cool system. Now, if you fly up onto this platform right here, we're still clearing a circle in the bedrock, if you can't tell.
Yeah, I saw the video.
Yeah. Oh, you saw the video. Cool. Then you've seen all of this.
Just a bit.
Yeah, so that's how you get to the ice farm and
I can
stuff.
call the
So
elevator, I suppose it's this button.
Yeah. I don't know if that just launches it or if it'll call it too.
Night's coming up.
Oh, cool. It does call it. Most people don't actually use the elevator, but it's for a tour. We'll use the elevator.
Okay.
I used it earlier. It's a bit slow.
Unfortunately, that elevator music was only for the video.
Oh. Why doing it by hand if you know how to use TNT duplicators? Is it like a challenge you wanted?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
basically a challenge. So then this is the ice farm. So you have to have an insurance bot. This allows you to switch between half and full
Okay.
speed. Then
I suppose it's laggier than a lot of things.
yeah, it's very like you'll stand up on that plate whenever you run it. We can't run it right now because we're still solving a bot that in,
Okay.
and you'll see we're placing the floor right now.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
this floor we are where's the button for this?
Hold on, I want
Let's
to go
turn
down
that-
there if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, sure. So what we're gonna do with this though, we have some cool plans for this. After we put the walls up and everything and the floor, we're gonna use banners to mark out a boat racing course
Oh, nice.
on the ice, and then we're gonna I think we're gonna build some like mammoths and stuff into the ice wall, so it'll show through the ice.
Okay.
So they're like frozen into the wall. And
That's
then
cool.
I think the last major thing, we're building a bunch, we're terraforming some of it.
Okay.
With I think you might have seen the penguin over there. We're gonna build some like
I
little
did.
penguin stuff and just decorate it.
Okay, cool.
That's one of the things that we're planning on doing, like while we're waiting for 1.16 to come out.
I would advise to
Do you have
put a
some extra
sign.
rockets?
Yeah, I do. I advise you to put a sign saying where the portal is, because I'm completely lost.
It's up like right in the center. Yeah,
I'm down
I
there
think
if
there's
you
also a
want
portal.
rockets.
There's a portal at the bottom as well. I'm up at the. I went through the portal already.
Okay. Well, I'm okay. I see the portal down there, down here.
Portal on the ground too. Okay, so now for the things. Well, thanks. I probably should have brought some more. I actually have some in my ender chest. I could have grabbed those. Stealing from the new person though.
Taking advantage out of me.
Exactly. So there's a piston bolt that goes here as well, but since we're already flying this direction, no point in taking it. Did you see where I landed?
No, I was about to say I'm lost already. Again.
I just realized that you might not have followed. Are you at the hub?
Yeah, I thought it was you were going to the hub, so I was going there as well.
Yeah. Take the southwest bolt.
Uh.
It'll be labeled end.
Oh, okay. Top or bottom?
Top.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of the important ones, so it goes on top.
Thanks.
There you go. And it'll drop you straight into the portal.
Nice.
And then eventually, so you'll see, you still have to drop out of the nether portal on this side, but we're going to put up a portal suppression array and break the bottom blocks so that whenever you spawn into the overworld, you'll just straight drop down
Nice.
into this. Okay, I just timed out. Maybe it's because my replay is on. Whatever.
Ok, não era bem aqui que eu devia estar.
Yes, I'm eating the precious food for the villagers.
What the heck's going on?
Come on.
Lava, lava,
There-
lava, lava,
there we go.
lava.
So, are you in the end yet? Did you take this up?
I'm trying to get to that portal again, because I might have gone into it. Hold on. Okay. Okay, going in.
Cool. So if you take this up here, right now we kind of have the rest of this sealed off. There's not much else. So we have our concrete factory right here. So our falling object duper concrete factory. And then we have some few various things scattered through some of these portals, but they're not very big or important. Like we have our shulker farm through one of them, and a wither rose farm
Okay,
somewhere.
is this the server that has the plugin that makes shulkers respawn?
Yes, we do
Okay, cool,
respawn
cool.
shulkers because we don't want to dupe them.
Yeah.
It's basically the only reason. So then if you go through here, you'll see what we're working on right now. And this is our new villager hall.
No, yeah, okay,
that
this
we-
was what I was seeing on stream.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the new
This is what we've
trade
been building the last
and
2
using
days or so.
beacons as well.
Recently, we've been able to finish projects really quickly. We haven't had a project running for, like, in its build stage for more than, like, even the major projects. But this hallway is where our villagers will be trained. So you'll use one of these systems, like say you're training a cleric, then you'll sit here in front of its station.
Librarian.
Or yeah, librarian, duh. Cleric over there.
Desculpa, tinha que ser
But
mesmo.
so the villager will fall in, and if there should be one in here, but if there's not, then you'll just hit the button that would normally like send this one on, but
Okay, nice.
instead it will do that, and that'll drop the next one in, and then you can do all your trading and stuff to get him trained. And then you can either, if he doesn't have the stuff that you want, you can kill him. That'll just drop him into the void, or send him to the next one.
Okay.
Some of these workstations are movable, so like the smithing table, you can pop it up like this, which actually resets its trades for that. So it's
Really?
like you broke. Yeah, that's one of the things we discovered, that
Because it's changing
if you
place?
move it, yeah, because it's changing
Okay,
place.
nice.
So
Nice.
actually, villagers actually detect them based on their position, not on
Oh, okay.
whether or not they can see it. So if you just move its position, then it
That's
resets.
really useful.
And then this last one, because we're not going to be using these ones
Wait,
very
what?
much, we just,
Okay.
this one over here, because we don't use these very much, we just built a block swapper for it.
Okay.
Practiced
Just
our
because.
mumbo jumbo redstone.
No, that's... Yeah, okay, yeah.
But yeah, and then each cell is over here. So like say you have these cells, we just put lecterns for all of them, but later they'll be changed to whatever you want at that position. There's only one button, and it just drops the villager down into a spot where a drowned is circling around, and whenever one drops, it'll stop at its position, and it will
Huh.
convert it into a zombie villager, and then
Okay,
that will
cool.
bring it around up here, where
You can cure
you
them.
can hit. Yeah, you can hit a button that will drop weakness potions. We have an auto brewer, so it'll drop weakness potions on every single one that's up here, but only the ones
Okay.
that are up here. So like say you only had one up here and you hit the button, it would only drop a weakness potion on that one. And then you hit it with a golden apple. And then whenever it's done curing, it automatically drops down. Because there's a
How do you know
glitch
if
where...
they are cured?
Yeah, that's what I was about to...
Oh, okay,
So
sorry.
there's a glitch where if they're standing on a glass block with a certain block angled to it, cleared, then it will, whenever it changes, it'll glitch down into that other block. So then we're able to
Okay, makes sense.
detect that it's in that block, and we just scoot its minecart over and carry it down into its regular spot.
Okay.
So up here is where we're... AJ was working on this. I think he had to get off, but it's where we're working on filling our breeder up. And it's getting close to being done and ready to start up. Once it's started up, then we have the hassle of training a bunch of villagers.
Okay.
Now that we got rid of our other villager hall.
This is the first time I see a villager breeder that's not imposed as this design.
Oh, it used to be that design. Our old one was that design. It was so frustrating. We hate that design
Why?
because it's just
I mean, I
so
know it's kind of slow for
slow.
a server like
Yeah.
this. Okay.
I mean, okay, for the normal person, it's... Yeah.
Now, even for me, it was a bit slow because I wanted to fill my iron farm and I needed like 30 villagers. Every time I filled like 9 and then I had to AFK next to the villager breeder. So yeah, I can say it's also a bit slow.
Yeah. Also, as AJ just commented, he's watching the stream, but we would have had all those villagers in there, but the area that they were at, they ended up getting into the area where all their beds were and sleeping in the end.
Okay.
Someone, I guess,
Yeah.
slept in
The
a bed
villagers
and
slept
it blew
in
up
the
all of the villagers
Really?
that we had over there.
F to that.
So, yeah, we've been having to bring them back, bring new ones over here, or else we would have our breeder done and running. And then finally down here, do you see where I dropped down? Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
I think though that this villager hall is the last thing on the tour. Unless AJ, can you think of anything else?
I mean, you only told me. Oh no, never mind. Oh, for sake.
If there's anything else that you can think of
Yeah, like the
that...
Nether, I suppose you're not going to update it completely. So we'll
Yeah,
have to travel thousands and thousands of blocks to see the new stuff, right?
yeah, so what we're doing is well, are as small as possible right now. The server started 4 months ago, and that was around
Okay.
when it was actually announced,
I know, yeah.
1.16. So we kind of knew it was coming, and we're planning on
So you
updating as
built
soon as it comes
everything
out.
near the spawn.
Yeah,
Okay.
but we might have extended our footprint out too much, and if we did, then our plan is... Okay, if you'll follow me and just drop down this.
I mean, I think there's
Uh,
a way to only update
yeah,
certain chunks.
that's our plan, just to
Okay.
update the chunks that we need to. So yeah, this is just our storage for books down here in these barrels underneath,
Okay.
but in a
Sure.
good looking way.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that's everything for the tour.
Alright, cool.
If you have any other questions, about
Don't.
the server or anything. Of course, if you look at the Discord channels, uh, if you check out the World Tour category, we're kind of prepping for our actual World Tour.
Hmm.
And oh yes, I need to show you the mob switch. I forgot about.
Oh yeah, I heard
Yeah, if
about
you'll
it.
come here. Yeah, that's kind of an important one. So, where did you haven't slept yet, right? So you're just
No.
at the spawn.
Oh yeah, I am.
That's where I need to go anyways.
I suppose I'm not supposed to go into the lava at spawn.
Uh, that's optional.
Just a guess.
Yeah. That's weird.
Okay, so it's supposed to be the lazy chunks at spawn, am I right?
Yeah, so,
Hello.
Hi.
hey,
Oh man, the
I'm just
FPS
showing him
here
the
is
mob
so
switches
much
now.
better. I wish the
Yeah.
FPS was like this everywhere. It's so great. Even at full viewing distance.
Where are you at right now? The
Underneath the portal.
underneath the portal, okay.
I'm seeing
So
something up in the air.
if you come to the like central spawn area, and then we have an ice path to this. We haven't exactly connected it in with everything else yet.
Wait, you're talking about the nether or the overworld?
Nether.
Oh,
So the
okay,
spawn in
I
the
was at
nether.
the overworld.
Sorry.
My bad.
I guess I should have said nether hub instead of spawn.
No, cause you said you had to go to spawn.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm here.
So if you come through here, down here,
Okay, I think I see him.
yep, just through here. And to get back up, we have 2 guardian heads stacked, so you can jump up.
Lol.
But if you grab a boat, then we have this boat path, which we finally got around to putting the walls in. Just glitched through the wall.
What's the
Yay.
scoreboard, by the way?
Right now it's blocks mined.
Oh, okay. Jeez.
Did you make it to the end of
Yeah,
it?
yeah. I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, I lagged and broke out of it. So normally you want to just write, I forgot to show you the other part of it, but I always forget that we have it. But basically here are mob switches, and whenever you activate it, stay here for 30 seconds
Okay.
after you turn one on or off.
Okay. Which
Um,
I'm not meant to do.
I mean, not right now, but you can anytime you need to. Just make sure to ask everyone else
Warn.
who's on about it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
You'll also see that there's that instant wire that we just activated.
Okay.
That goes all the way back to the beginning, and I didn't use it because only one person can use it at a time. But what it does is you throw well, I'll show you whenever you get here.
Okay, okay.
That button just activates. Oh yeah. went well. Okay. At least I didn't completely break that time. Okay, you'll see this little machine right here.
Yeah.
If you take, it's a stasis chamber. So basically you line up right here, and then you'll throw a pearl straight up. And
Which I
this
don't
machine
have.
just bounces that pearl up and down, so that the pearl never hits the ground
Yeah.
until you hit that switch way over there. And it's instant wire because redstone can travel
Oh,
instantly
okay,
through
so I don't
unloaded
have to
chunk.
come with the boat.
Yeah, so you'll stand in front of that, and whenever you hit the button, it'll shoot your boat back to you. So you'll come back, and then you can just put your boat
Okay.
back into this chest.
I mean, if someone's here at the hub and he's loading the chunks, won't that make the so that the pearl teleports me anyways? Or does it
So
have
that
to be
what?
me? Does it have to be me loading the chunks?
Well, so we have a perma loader over here. So these chunks are always loaded over here
Okay.
at the hub.
Okay.
It's just what happens is when you flip that switch, it doesn't load the chunks. It just undoes. It drops you, allows this machine to drop you down.
Okay, cool.
So then we have a little staircase right here to get back in too, if you don't feel like using the guardian heads.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
that's basically everything here. At least things. I'm sure but there's normally someone online who can help you out.
Okay. Does each person have like a small house?
Not right
This
now.
does
Okay, I
not.
think my game just crashed. Oh great. Yeah. I think that later on we should implement something like that. I think it would be cool, but right now we just have too much to do,
Yeah, yeah, I
and
see.
probably for the near future.
Oh yeah.
Right now we have I mean, you've probably seen this, but we're like kind of giving the emphasis to Meta and trying to get our name out there,
Okay.
and then
Wait, you said
trying
Mita?
to media.
Oh, okay,
So
Mita. Okay,
like
okay, yeah.
a few of us have started Twitch streaming. I just started Twitch streaming, and
I think I'm doing it right now. I'm not sure. I haven't used OBS in a while.
yeah.
Oh, and by the way, every time my game crashes because I switched to it.
Yeah.
Still have to figure out. But yeah, I mean, for 4 months, I'm impressed that you have all this stuff, but you don't have an iron farm.
Well, we did have an iron farm, but it was in the spawn chunks when we blew it up.
Oh, okay.
Uh, yeah.
There's loads of
Okay.
iron
So
trading pots for just going.
yeah, we're gonna build one, but whenever we do, we want it to be our own design and obviously
Okay.
super fast.
I mean, the problem
We kind of
with...
have an
No, yeah, yeah. Sorry.
we have an emphasis on our own designs,
Yeah, I could see.
and
I mean, the problem with iron farm is just it's not only redstone.
there's
It's also the villager coding, which makes
yep.
it hard.
Do you code at all? Just
I mean,
curious.
I'm at university. Last semester I had Python, but
Hmm.
like very, very basic. So yeah, very,
Yeah.
very basic.
We have a few heavy coders on the server. I'm one of them. Andrew is a heavy coder, and we both code dig a little bit
Okay, cool.
for things like that. He probably does more than I do. I do a lot of coding for like our Discord bots and stuff.
Okay, cool.
But
And for example, right now, I've just logged in. What can I do?
yeah, so if you go to the World Tour tab, you'll see that we have a list of things to do that we're kind of checking off. But right now, some of them are kind of hard. Like were just working and aren't close to being finished, I guess. Like some of them are kind of hard to just start on, but
Okay.
we also have a farm area, and a lot of times what we do to get people introduced to the server is have you design a farm for like just some small simple farm for our farming area.
Okay.
Alu, can you think of any farms that we need right now?
We need a cactus farm.
A
It's
cactus farm.
not per se small and easy, or
It's not.
a farm
Or
that actually needs designing, but we
drowned.
really do need that one.
Okay.
So
I
some
mean, I feel
things.
like the drowned farm is super boring, but also nobody has, at least I don't think anybody has ever done like actual perimeter drowned farms. That's so fucking unnecessary.
Yeah, but we're going to.
Okay.
Just because it's unnecessary doesn't mean we don't do it.
Is this
'Cause-
for?
We actually we need tridents for this villager farm.
Okay.
I'm going to be hopping off pretty soon, but if you talk to Alu, I think you can find something
Okay.
to design, or if you want to start working on a cactus farm. I don't know how much experience you have with that. You might want to work with him or something, or work with him on the drowned farm or
Okay.
someone.
All right.
But yeah, I'm gonna be hopping off for the day. So
Okay.
thanks for coming to the world tour.
Yeah.
Some
Thanks.
people don't show
Thanks
up.
for the tour.
Yeah, and thanks to all my viewers for watching. I will be on again tomorrow at around the same time as normal, so 1 o'clock ish, and I'll stream until 4 or 5. So
Gonna go now.
thanks for watching.
Bye.
And I'm no longer streaming.
Okay. Cool. Is Alu's Discord the same as his in-game name?
I mean, I'm
Yes.
just Alu on Discord. And
Oh, you're all on.
He's
okay.
in the voice chat with us. Yeah.
Okay.
um,
So Alu, what would you recommend me start doing?
I would start with getting some gear
Okay.
at the
I didn't think about that. Yep.
old villager island. Like go, I don't know how many elytras you got, but go take a couple of elytras and go buy or if there is books in stock. It probably is like 0 emeralds because all of them were confiscated to buy quartz for the
Okay.
trading hall project.
Okay.
I didn't show him where the old villager hall was, but
It's the villager head here.
Okay.
And we also need better raid farm design.
Okay.
I don't think that's something that we should throw a new person in on, though.
Thanks, Arian.
Okay. Oh, thanks. As Poke says, if you can send over a minimally reproducible example of the issue, I can look into the problem more thoroughly.
Who's it?
Okay, I'll see you guys later.
Bye.
I'll just tell him to use the ice farm file. Yeah. There is a world download for the ice farm, which we
Okay, I'm gonna go as well. I'll hop in tomorrow. See you guys.
Okay, see you.